And I agree, but I think that it's people like you that are creating these programs that are actually giving women some guidance that they know you're teaching them how to roll themselves over on their sides so that they can cough that
Yep,
water up and that doesn't have to stay in their lungs. So
that's
so
right.
describe your programs to me or tell us a little bit more about the programs.
Sure. So when this started, my intent was to hold live storytelling events where women survivors shared the stories of their second acts. And they're extremely inspiring. And in fact, the 50 women who have shared our stages, their stories are all individual on our website. So people
Oh,
can go and either listen to women with the same cancer or listen to them all, whatever. So my intent was that I would hold these storytelling events, and then the money raised would allow us to make micro grants to women who are ready to launch or grow their second acts. And since we're a grassroots organization, the money raised in a city, whatever that meant, would stay in a city. So we do programs in Phoenix, we do programs in Tucson, but this wasn't going to be a big national, I'm going to collect money and then from Minneapolis or Indianapolis, and then it would all come back here to us in Phoenix.
mm-hmm.
At the very first performance, backstage, two of the cast members came up, running up to me, even before they had gone on stage to do their storytelling. And they said, this should be a book. You're a writer. Figure out how to make this into a book. So I recruited one of them who happens to be a graphic artist. So our next thing then was to exactly do that. Put their stories in a book that not only provided another avenue of income for us, but also then made our stories accessible to people anywhere in any country, really. They're English in English language. So any English language speaking country can order these books online from Amazon. Plus, we sell them at all of our events. Now we've got a system so that we get the stories into the books immediately after our auditions for the performance, and the books are ready for purchase at the performance. So
Wow.
people have sat and listened to these women and then can purchase these books. And we figured out that we have casts of 8. First year we had a few more, but cast of 8. So we know now how many pages we should have in each copy of the book. So there's always 32 stories, but every time we do a new show, the oldest one rolls off. So we're now into volume 2, but volume 1's always for sale. So anyway, there's
Wow. That's awesome.
Then because I started out my adult life as a teacher, I thought, okay, so we're giving money to women who have created second acts and we're putting women on stages. But what if you don't know what your second act is? And what if you don't know how to even find it? I used to do workshops about courage, and a lot of those exercises really could be repackaged for second act. So we do workshops that start in the morning and they go through lunch, and then gals disperse about 1 o'clock, and it gets the workshop attendees to consider their skills, their passions, and what their cancers might have uniquely qualified them to do in a second act.
Wow.
And then the last bit of our programming, quarterly, we hold girls' night out events, which are like survivor happy hours, some munchies, a little wine, some signature cupcakes, and a whole lot of sister survivor love. But there's method to the madness. It's not just a party. There's a lot of healing that goes on during those. The rookies are led by the veterans. There's reconnecting that goes on. It's really special. And there's no program per se. We just did one a week ago with our Purple Elephant Exchange. So we do that crazy thing where everybody brings something purple to put under our purple Christmas tree, because purple is the color of all survivorship. And
Okay.
then you choose a gift, everybody gets a number, you choose a gift, and then that gift can either be stolen or not. You can only steal once because we have like 50 women. We'd still be there doing it otherwise. So plus, it's a great way to introduce community members, new survivors to us. It's non-threatening. There's free food and wine, and we kind of turn them on, and then it just goes from there. So it's a gorgeous thing.
That's awesome. Well, and I think too that because women go through this, and again, everybody else's life stayed normal, but their lives, that as they go through cancer, and even on the other side of cancer, their lives have changed forever. And so I think that you bringing these women together, it gives them an opportunity to fellowship with other women who can say, I know what you're going through. I know what that feels like.
Exactly.
I know. And there's something empowering for that. Do you know what I mean? I think there's something really empowering to that. So that's amazing.
Absolutely.
So tell us, so in 60 seconds, give me just your greatest piece of advice that you give to someone that you meet that survived cancer that needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. What's the best piece of advice you could give them?
I think that it's probably remembering that no matter how you feel, it's not forever, it's just for now. Whatever that means to someone. Your hair's not going to be gone forever. You're not going to be throwing up forever. You're not going to be sad forever. You're not going to have cancer forever. Or if you do, it will change and your outlook will change. It becomes a part of the norm, just like having to take a thyroid pill. Mm-hmm. And so I think if people can just imagine that whatever the negative thing is that you're feeling at any given moment, it's not forever. It's just for now.
And again, there's so much truth to that, because I think that, again, like with your bio, you don't realize how far you've come. And I don't think that many people we have a tendency not to look back, which we need to do. We need to celebrate our successes, but we also need to celebrate this future as well. And I think that that's a huge point to give to these women, that this isn't forever. It's just right now. And I think that if they can sometimes allow that to sink in, that they'll do better just accepting where they're at right now, knowing that it's not forever.
That's right. Tomorrow's a new day.
That's right. Tomorrow's a new day. And thank goodness we have many new days every day. every day. My late husband used to have a saying, at the end of the night, we would lay in bed and I'm a go-getter. I'm the one that, we got to get a lot done. We got to get a lot done. And I would always look at Mike and I would say, today was a good day. And his response to me was, every day's a good day. So just like with that, every day's a good day. So, all right, tell our listeners, where can they find more about you and A Second Act, and how can they get involved?
So you can learn all about A Second Act at asecondact.org. And the second is the numeral 2ND. It's not spelled out. And you can find out more about my current book project at Judith L. Pearson, that's PEARSON.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so very much, Judy. I'm so grateful that you were able to join us today, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate what you're doing, how you're taking your story of survivorship to actually help others, because I think that's very honorable and it's very noble, and I know that you're doing it not for the betterment of you, but for the betterment of the women that go after you, that battle this amazing, horribly disease. So I really appreciate you. So thank you so much. Thank you for taking thanks for taking time out to talk with me today too. So
absolutely. And thanks for what you're doing too, Kim.
Thank you. I have the best job in the whole world. So do you.
No, me.
So if you have any questions or comments, or would like to know more about our guest on the show today, or for more information about Hello Gorgeous, feel free to contact me at kbecker@hellogorgeous.org, or visit our website at www.hellogorgeous.org. And we invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download our mobile app. Thank you so much for joining me today on Hello Gorgeous, everything beauty, cancer, and inspiration. I'm your host, Kim Becker, and until next time, stay gorgeous.